Hey everyone, Agnach here. Welcome to another video. On today's video I will be showing my triples from World 3 and 4 in the in-game Sccwl at Austin Militia, and then I'll be showing all my triples from my 8th day in the Legends League push. So let's have a look at the Resistance Sccwl stats. We ended up winning round 2 36-34, and we also won round 3 38-36. Sadly, in round 4, with all attacks finished, we took our first loss of the month, 37-39, and we were quite unlucky as we had a 94%, a 96, a 97, a 98, and a 99. All of them time fails as well, so in total we had 5 of them, so we could have been winning that war, but we were quite unlucky and we took the loss. We are currently in 2nd place, but this might move once the war is over for every team in the league. In regards to my Legends push, today I've had my best day of the season yet, finishing 3rd in Australia and almost making it to the top 100 in the world. We ended up finishing at 111th. We finished again with 6 triples. I swear that one day I'll get the 320 trophies, but 297 is not too bad, so I'm happy with that. So first I'll show you my triples in Sccwl, and then I'll show all my triples from Legends. So let's go to the first triple from World 3. So this is my attack, coming in with the blimp and going for the tank hole. So I put the invisibility spell and the rage. I want to get rid of the tank hole, get rid of the expo bomb tower, and at least that way I'm gonna start creating a little bit of my path for my queen to go down towards 9 and then walking down towards 6. That's what I want her to do. I put my warden there and a wizard just to start funneling as well. I send a giant with a super wizard, the king and the witches at 6 o'clock just to create the other side of the funnel. Send all my giants and wizards, and I put the jump spell on top of the Grand Expo. I want all of my giants to go inside and go towards the eagle and the multi-inferno. So they all go in there. Put my last rage there. The enemy queen goes down, and now I put my royal champion just to start trimming the defenses from the outside and also help my witches so that they don't die quickly and they can just continue clearing all of the trash on the outside. Use her ability. Now she goes for the mortar. The witches are going to have free reign to just clear the 3 o'clock area. I've got all my super giants going to the multi-inferno. My queen is getting rid of the Grand Expo, and the royal champ is getting rid of some of the defenses there as well. And this was a very nice and easy triple in War 3. Now for War 4 it wasn't as easy, and I was swearing quite a bit, so I'll let you know all the bits where I was swearing. So firstly we start with the blimp here. As you can see, the sweeper is pointing there, so he pushes it back. I manually drop it, and that's where my first swearing came through. I wasn't sure if my blimp, I had pushed it down a little bit too late and he had been pushed back. Something similar happened to me on my war against Trap Gaming, and I pushed it at the wrong time. Thankfully this time around I did push it in the right place where I wanted it. I also wanted to get rid of that air defense just to make sure that my healers stayed alive. Put my giants and my wizards with the wall breakers there to go into that compartment so that I can put the jump in the center of the base so that everyone goes into the tank hole. So I thought that was gonna happen, but now as you can see with the jump they're all going towards the single inferno, and they're gonna continue. A few giants do go into the town hall, however it's not going down. I put the freeze down. Here is where I start swearing like crazy. The tornado trap also triggers, and all my healers get pulled, my giants get pulled. I thought I wasn't gonna be getting the town hall. Thankfully the queen does go back in, and I believe the giants do end up getting the town hall, and now it went from a potential 1-star to a 3-star. Thanks to that, the queen, her ability gets rid of the scatter shot. We still have quite a few super wizards, and the king is tanking the defenses, so this ended up getting saved, thankfully. Otherwise a 1-star would have been pretty bad. We did end up losing this war, however these 3 stars still helped us in the overall ranking. Now for my Legends push, This is my first attack against King Harold, and I'm sending my blimp. Now over here, if he had gotten into the single Inferno compartment, it would have been better. That way I would have been able to get rid of the Eagle as well. But in the end, thanks to the change from the expos, I did end up getting rid of the Eagle. I didn't have to be in the center compartment. So now I put my queen with the headhunter. I must say that I really like this addition that I put by getting rid of a couple of super giants and putting the headhunters, or well, that one headhunter and the wall breakers. And now you're gonna see one of the things I did here. I was testing. I put the jump for the outer layer, however then I put the super giants and the super wizards with the reg, and I sent my wall breakers with the warden ability, and I managed to break the inner wall, and that's gonna allow my troops to go inside towards the town hall. That I thought it was a pretty good move. Well, a move that I'm gonna be doing a little bit more often later on. So that's good thing to do. Like if you have normal wall breakers, you can just put the jump on the outside and allow your wall breakers to take the jump and break the inner wall. That's something that you can just start doing now after the update, the winter update. You didn't used to be able to do that. The wall breakers wouldn't take the jump, but now they do take it. Now we've got a third attack here, second attack in Legends, and take my blimp into that compartment. I was hoping that maybe they were gonna get the town hall, but in the end they don't end up targeting it, which is fine. I was hoping for it, but I didn't think I was gonna get it. I did want to get that entire area just to make sure that there was a funnel there for my queen to start walking. Put the Ice Golem down so that I can send my wall breakers and open that compartment. That's where I'm going to be sending all my giants and super wizards. And now that I know that they can go there, I put my king with the witches and the headhunter for the enemy king. Now that AD is just hitting all my healers, so I just use the warden ability nice and early just to save as many healers as I can until the queen does end up getting rid of the AD. Now put the jump down, everyone goes inside into that inner compartment, or some of them do go, some of them go into the corner, but they're gonna be coming back by the jump, and now they can go towards the town hall. Town hall goes down. Now we've got the royal champ at the single inferno. That's another thing, if you have a max royal champion, she can now hit the single inferno, and if it first targets the single inferno as it's targeting her, she can actually get rid of the single inferno by herself without dying. So that's another thing that just happened with new levels of the royal champion, just in case that you didn't know, and that this is gonna be another triple. Now we've got this one, and we're sending the blimp from the side. I could have sent it from 12 o'clock as well, but at least this way I can get rid of the town hall, I can get rid of one of the expos, and at least that way I know where to start my queen. It's just creating a bit of funnel for my queen. Now I'm starting her at 12 just to move down, put the healers down, and I'm gonna be putting, as I usually do, is a queen on one side, king and witches on the other side. I do send the wall breakers. I usually bring 5 because then now, as well with the updates that we have had in the last year, the multi-infernos don't kill the wall breakers straight away, so they can still open the wall, so they make them pretty OP. So we don't have to freeze the multi-inferno or anything like that. If you send 5, it will open the wall. And yeah, so then I put the jump so that everyone goes inside in the center. Now that the center is done, we still have the eagle there, but the royal champion is targeting the eagle, and that goes down. The warden statue does end up killing my royal champ, but that's fine. My queen is going to be able to get rid of the expo and then the warden statue, as the warden statue was being tanked by the giants to open the wall there for the multi-inferno, and that's going to allow my queen to go inside. The AD again killing a lot of my healers, but we don't need them anymore. There's only one cannon left, and this was another triple. So as you can see, this army is just so easy to use and so powerful. Over here I'm sending the blimp for the town hall, so I put it down, put the reg, a couple of invisibility spells. I want to get rid of at least one of the scatter shots and the tankle. I do end up getting rid of both scatter shots, and with the chain I almost got rid of the last two expos as well, and they were just staying there just with 1 HP. Wish they had gone down. This would have been an overkill if that had happened, but it's still pretty good. I use my wall breakers so that my giants do go into that first single inferno compartment. Then I'm gonna let my giants bit through the wall to get out of there and use my jump so that they can go inside where the eagle is a little bit faster. Now that I know that they're going there and they're going to be tanking a lot of the defenses, I do send my royal champion just to get rid of some of the defenses at 12, just to make sure that my giants just keep walking towards the left. Now the single is tagging my warden. I knew that the royal champion was heading towards the single, so just put the freeze there for the single and the archer tower. And I still had one head hunter, which I sent here for the king, and it's gonna slow him down. My royal champion is gonna be able to kill the king, and we've got plenty of troops that it didn't matter if my royal champion went down. Now we've got another one here. So I sent the blimp for the scatter shot corridor. I want to get rid of that scatter shot, get rid of the AD. It's going to help me with my queen walk as well. And by getting rid of that scatter shot as well, creating a bit of a funnel in the inside of the base. A lot of the archers come out, but I know that I haven't pulled the entire CC. I do use one of the wizards. I want my queen to walk right, because then I'm going to be sending the rest of my army with her towards the tankle. So I put the ice golem, is tanking the single inferno, put the king and witches around 3. Send my wall breakers just to open the compartment to go into the tankle. My giants, some of them decide to keep walking and they're beating through another wall. So I just decided to put my jump there just to make sure that they do go inside the base. Send my royal champ just to make sure that they do not walk outside. Now that they're inside, I put the range down. The rest of the CC comes out. I can put the poison down. And the king is just getting rid of some of the garbage on the outside. The RC is getting rid of the defenses on the ring side. And I've got my queen, and I had some giants there in the center of the base. Now I've got the witches. So now the expo goes down. We still have the RC full health. The queen is getting top up again by the healers. And this was another triple again with this army. It's just really good. I don't know, and I always do kind of like the same thing. Like with the blimp, you can use it to go for the tankle, or as I show on my first attack in Sccwl, you can use it for an area where you get a lot of value, or like I showed in the previous attack, you can get the scatter shot, you can get eagle, you can get something. Now you don't always have to go for the tankle, but tankle usually is the best value, and at least that guarantees you that 1 star, and then getting 50% with this army is actually quite easy. Over here as well, like as I said before, if you have the CC next to the tankle, the blizzard can get rid of that CC, which also makes it pretty OP. And now with the wall breakers, it's making it a little bit faster for my giants to go inside to the center of the base. Before, like if I'm letting them break through the wall, most of the time they do break through the wall that I want them to, but sometimes they just end up walking, and then I just have to react on the fly. So at least with those wall breakers, you can just break the wall that you want them to go through, and they will always take it. Over here again, we're just going around in clockwise formation. The single inferno was targeting my queen and she dies. However, we still have the royal champion getting rid of that single inferno. The king is still full health, and there's not many defenses left. The witches again, the witches are perfect just for the cleanup on the outside of the base. Wizards are very powerful with their chain, and the giants just amazing at tanking and going through walls. So this army I definitely suggest it. Hopefully you have tried it. If you have, just let me know. But that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.